camera?
Happy
Yeah,
New
we're live.
Year!
Happy
Joyeux
Joy? I
Nouvelle
don't
Année.
know.
I forget how to say it in
I didn't
French,
say
but
New
this is
Year
sad.
in German.
I keep like Merry Christmas keeps coming to mind, but that's wrong now. That's inaccurate. We are in the new year, you guys. This is the
Yes.
first stream of 2024. Georgios, hello. Welcome to the
I
stream.
mean, and it's been a 2-week hiatus because we had Christmas Eve and then we had New Year's Eve. And New Year's Eve in the Eurovision fandom, we are distracted by other content. Which, oh God, let's have that conversation.
Oh yeah. The New Year's Eve. That was kind of a blowout.
That like drama happened. Well, because there were two different 250s this year.
Mm-hmm.
And the one 250, Katia won, and the other 250, Loreen won.
From my understanding, yes.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
I actually
kind of fell
didn't see
asleep
like
through.
I didn't see the list of the second ESC 250, but I did see the one in which Katia won. And I was like, this is curious because this was after they had that separation within the 250 sphere between like Song Festival BE and ESC Radio, was it?
Yeah.
They had a disparity. So that made it a little awkward for voters and viewers or listeners. But with time, you can't really have no conflict. So.
Oh yeah, totally. But yeah, so here we are enjoying.
Yeah, here we are. We do have some national final news too. Like
here we go. Merry Christmas for Vanya Lubitsch.
Orthodox Christmas today, Vanya. Hello.
It is. Happy Orthodox Christmas. It is the 7th, but that makes sense. Happy Orthodox Christmas.
So we're not too late. That's perfect.
There we go. We're still in the holiday season.
We sure are.
Yeah. So I don't know. Where should we start? Where should we go?
Well, I mean, site articles. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get right to the site articles, you guys. And after that, we're going to be discussing the national finals for Albania, which had already happened. We're going to be talking about the Moldovan national final, the Norwegian national final, and Lithuania we're going to touch on a little bit, right?
Yep, we're going to touch on Lithuania for a touch bit because they kick off the actual shows. Oh, look at my camera fell. They kick off the actual shows this week. So I have here, let's talk about we talked about New Year's. So one of our site articles is Eurovision fan resolutions for 2024. Basically, it's an article by Elda, and it's kind of going over what we as Eurovision fans should promise to do in this coming year within the fandom.
Mm-hmm. Elda's been on fire lately because the next article was written by her, a look back at Luxembourg's national finals. So Luxembourg, back when they used to compete in the contest before this year, also had national finals, just like traditionally any other Eurovision pre-selection country would. So go ahead and check those out if you want to get to know Luxembourg's attitude as they select their songs, or at least as it was previously.
Yeah, it's like I like kind of like looking retrospectively back at what's been happening with national finals throughout history. I'm having a good time right now, kind of working on something similar. So yeah, like let's go ahead and talk about other things that happened. Like we got the official stage mock-ups, and they are looking interesting.
Construct this impact.
Construct this impact. What?
I mean, with that stage design, the whole the Swiss Army cross.
Oh no, that's the Kahani baby.
So what do you think of the stage? What do you think of the stage design?
Well, I'm going to bring it up here. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, our tech master's pulling up the stage, everyone. The Kim Possible jingles.
Oh, sweet. I'm Kim Possible now. Awesome possum. Oop, I don't want to get rid of you, Jordan. I want to keep you. There we are. So there we have.
That's the upper half of the venue. There's the lower half of the venue. It's a very sharp-looking cross. I can't get over the amount of right angles on the stage.
It's too many. Honestly, I didn't like the stage in Mala last time too. I felt like it was too angular then as well. But even then, it was like I didn't like the design. I just didn't like it before.
I like this better than the last Malma stage. I do like it better than 13.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm getting Malmö's mixed up with Stockholm. I didn't like Stockholm stage. Mama
I
was
like
fine.
Stockholm Stage. Stockholm Stage was very like masculine, angular as well, but I actually thought that to be quite fitting.
Because like Momo stage, that was 20. So they didn't even have LEDs in 2013.
No, they did. They had LEDs. They were not like prominent.
No, they didn't. I don't know.
They
Whatever.
didn't. Well,
I don't
I
think they
feel like I
did.
could have. I feel like I remember Russia having some kind of like stuff in their staging.
What did Russia send that year?
What if? What if we are da, 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 da? Like that one? The lady in like that terrible tan dress, the balloons.
Okay,
Yeah.
I I don't remember that song. It probably faced top 10, and I was just like, whatever.
What
I was
if we
like
can
back.
change the path of time? That one. Oh wow, it's not ringing a bell, huh?
I remember the dress though. The dress was freaking ugly.
Yeah, it was a terrible tan dress,
It was
and
an
like
awful
the
dress.
staging, the entire staging was terrible and tan. That's my point.
Like
The balloons were a
yeah.
nice touch, but I mean, it was to distract from the fact that the song was just a "We Are the World" Russia number, which they were doing a lot of back in that time. So
Oh, let me tell you how much I hate that crap.
these
Um,
numbers from Russia.
yeah, I'm not into it. Um,
So yeah, regarding this stage,
yeah,
I think if it were like a little bit bigger in the center, I feel like the edges come in a little too much. Like there's too many right angles right where the feet are going to be, and that might cause some slippage or tripping issues. Don't love that. I love the skylights. I love
yeah, the
the
skylights I'm
overhang.
really into,
Mhm,
and I like. It looks like there's also lights coming up from the ground as well,
mhm.
kind of
That can be
giving
done
like
very well.
searchlight vibes. I think that could be used really interestingly. Um, I kind of miss having a satellite stage that was completely surrounded though by like the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe like towards the back of where you see the United by Music banner is, there's going to be just more
Yeah.
effective camera work. Because I know for a fact that in Turin, anytime you were behind that like little margin, you couldn't see ish because I was in
Oh,
that arena.
really?
Yeah, like it was like the spectacle was really bad once you got like past a certain point, you couldn't see anything. Mark says, I do like the squares on the ceiling. I hope they are used well by the delegations. Let's see how Switzerland does that. I want to
Switzerland's just gonna
see.
be like, you gave us a stage of our flag. We are going to use that with our not man ballad.
So, congratulations, Sweden. So, Switzerland is going to be turning the entire arena into the Swiss cross. We're going to look like an army knife up in here.
I mean, hey, surplus. Have you ever had a surplus army jacket from Switzerland?
I've not.
They are very warm. The
Oof.
sleeping bags are excellent.
I could use
Excellent
more warm
sleeping
stuff.
bags.
Adulthood
Yeah.
has introduced anemia to me. So, that
Ooh,
has,
I love Anemia.
yeah.
We love her. She's my best friend.
Hmm.
She's always at my
Yeah,
house.
she's always over, invites herself, eats my food. Um,
Tells me I should do more beef. Yeah. Yeah,
but I like
it's
the stage.
fine.
I like it, but I do feel like it might also be missing something.
It might be. Who knows? I just, again, we don't. It's all about how we use the stage and
Hmm.
how we get creative with the stage. You know
That
what I
is the most
mean?
important thing. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Like, are we
Um,
gonna have a black sun situation?
no, because there's no moving parts.
That oh, nice clocking. Nice.
I mean, like, there's moving parts, I'm sure, but like,
But nothing that's
nothing's looking like.
contingent on like the layers of its own kind of thing. There's no layers to the movement.
Mark, we're not getting a Swiss Sad Boy this year.
And we've gotten a lot of Swiss Sad Boys, haven't we? Since
Yeah.
2020.
They said that I don't know who it was, but someone in the delegation was like, "Our song isn't a man ballad, or we're not sending a male ballad." So we'll see.
I mean, in a way, that's all I can really ask for from Switzerland because they did excellent with John's Tears. That was kind of like their
Oh, that
shot
was
in the dark.
art.
Yeah, they nailed that, and that was perfect. But then they
Gorgeous.
tried to follow up with a similar formula the last 2 years, and they did not hit any kind of mark, in my opinion.
Because I'm
So
sorry, but like,
we're
especially
out of the
this
male
year,
ballad era. We're just out of it.
uh, this last year, it was just tone deaf.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how else to phrase. Like, that was the biggest issue I think we both had with the song,
Hmm.
was how tone deaf it was. Like, could
Yeah.
you imagine sending that song now, like this year especially? It would be even worse. Like,
It was already so tone deaf by the time we heard it
yeah,
without all the new conflicts, like without all the new stuff that has happened since then. It was already just like, no, you shouldn't be singing this because like you probably don't know what you're talking about.
honestly, I'd be down with a female ballad.
A
Mark,
female
really?
ballad?
Watch it just be a female ballad just to troll us. I'm okay with
Mark,
that.
I am okay with a female ballad, just period. I'm okay with a Eurovision where it's just female ballad after ballad after ballad. I
Um,
bring
okay.
that to me.
Jordan, I'm sorry, but your Filipino is showing.
Uh, I mean, what can I say? Like, it can never be a party without a little bit of a Celine Dion high note all by myself, you know?
And let's talk about a female ballad, because Albania chose their song.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Albania chose their song, you guys,
And
which, by the way, is not the winner of their national final per se.
no, the winner of the national final was.
I
Let's
just
talk about Bessa. Let's just talk about Bessa.
let's talk about Bessa because she's going to Eurovision.
Yeah, she's the one who matters. How do you feel about the song?
It's an Albanian Eurovision song pre-revamp. That's how I feel about it. It's literally an Albanian Eurovision song pre-revamp. It's not bad. I like it and I'll listen
Yeah,
to it. But typically the Albanian song pre-revamp I also really love. I have not quite hit that with this, but I do like it.
I think I. There's just something about the structure that I'm having trouble connecting with personally.
There's kind of like a
Like,
2014 rap moment, like toward the
yeah,
bridge.
it's like I don't know. Like, number one, I love the fact that Albania is just like, let's send a mature woman.
Hmm.
Like, they
She'll
always
know what to do.
they give
And she's
us
gonna mother it down.
exactly. They really do know how to bring that. And I think we need to have like the annual Mother Awards, and
Mhm.
she
And
could be
she's
in contention
gorgeous.
for
Like
it.
Bessa and her
Yeah.
styling, fantastic,
Oh my
amazing,
that
gorgeous.
silver chest plate with the nipples.
It was so avant-garde. I was like, okay, song
Loved
number
it.
two.
Loved it.
Dang.
I was like, yes. I love the fact that like one of the pictures it was censored. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like wear an outfit that has to be blurred. We
Mhm.
love that. Um, yeah, no. I just feel like it's like there's just something about it where like I'm having trouble connecting with it as well.
Mhm.
And I don't know like what needs to be done, but it's gonna be revamped and I trust the Albanians to revamp it. Um
I did see a claim from Bessa saying that the song was originally written in English and then
yeah, I
translated
saw
to
that too.
Albanian.
Yeah,
So
I saw that
I'm
too.
because like this is a totally English revamp formula kind of setup for Albania. I'm have a feeling that they're going to revert back to the English version, change up a few of the lyrics, but there's going to be high rhyming with sky, rhyming with fly. I bet you now.
I mean, I don't mind it. It's like it my thing is like if they just go fully into doing it in English,
Hmm.
I'm okay with that. If they decide I don't want to mix English and Albanian, I think that doesn't really work very well.
Commit to one or the other this time.
Commit to one or the other. And I think that maybe I might connect with it better in English. Just feels like it kind of feels like a song that needs that language change.
Hmm. It needs that little flip up, especially if Albania is in a semi without that much of its diaspora. So that
Yeah.
English could be quite beneficial to it.
Yeah, I mean they have the rest of the world vote still on lock.
Hmm.
So Georgios Papadopoulos says, honestly, I think Albania's song is decent, will probably qualify. Albania doesn't usually qualify when they mix it up, so they made the right choice. Okay.
This can be mixed up. Like it really can't. It has a lot of like seed potential to it to still like I feel like it could still be successful.
Well, I think he's maybe more referring to like when Albania doesn't go with kind of like what you expect, like a big ballad from them. They don't
Mhm.
qualify. I mean, to be fair, I think the biggest issue with Ranella was the staging. It was just too much going
Well,
on.
it was also last minute too. I did hear from Ranella that like those staging decisions were made just like in the chaos of Turin and like last minute because of like issues with her dancers and issues with the delegation.
Okay. But yeah, like that's just how I feel about that. Mark, I actually really like the Albanian song. They always make this type of song work at ESC. I can see it as they make it to the final for sure. Yeah, I can see it making the final as well. I mean, granted, we only have what 3 songs at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. And yeah, I
But
thought
I
it
could
was just
see it in the final. Just like imagining Malama, imagining the final. I can see this in the lineup.
yeah,
Just like
I can
off
do it
the
as
dome.
well.
Mhm.
And I kind of just real quick, did you see that live performance that Salon gave for New Year's?
No, I didn't actually, but it came up on
Babe,
my feed. I did not watch it yet.
babe, you need to watch it.
I bet it's excellent. I bet it's
Things are
excellent
clicking. Things are
because
clicking.
I mean he has a fantastic voice. Really, like with that early and with how early they were with everything, all you needed was a fantastic voice and nail everything down until we get up to that point. Maybe France made the right decision.
Things are clicking into place. It didn't
Okay.
work for me in the studio, but live, it's giving what it needs to give.
I hope so because I really am gonna need a fantastic live for me to save how I feel about that studio cut. Because that studio
Honestly,
cut is not impressive to me.
I was gonna say, what is it called? Mon
It's
Amour?
post voila. Mon amour. Yeah.
Yeah, Mon Amour is like the opposite of Pedestal for me. Where it works live, but studio no, but I love
Hey,
Pedestal and studio.
pedestal live, it feeds off of chaos, okay? I love how she just like is chirping into the microphone and like screeching. Art. I
Absolute
love it.
art.
I love it.
So let's go ahead. Okay, let's not step on
Oh my goodness. You see what happens? Kittens love to get us into mischief. I'm surprised that my cat actually hasn't jumped on my keyboard and caused me to hop off the stream entirely. But as she's getting back on screen, I will hold the fort down, you guys. So, yeah, that was Albania. And with Albania, just because the artist that we were talking about is going to Eurovision doesn't necessarily mean that they were the winner of Festivali Kungas themselves. So the winner of FIC was a gentleman named Mal. I forget his last name, and the song was Chmendur. And how I feel about that entry is kind of how I feel about like Lissandra's Oh Mama and
Oh
Dima
my
Bilan's
god.
Believe, where it's just like you are looking at this and you're like, wow, the spectacle, the stage, the show. And it's like, oh, 3 minutes happened. I totally forgot about the song. It's that kind of a thing for me.
Oh, not comparing him to Believe. Oh no. Oh
I
no.
I had to be honest right now because I knew that I would probably hold back from saying that in a later stream. I had to get that off my chest right now.
Oh no.
I mean, but with like
Hi.
you can win with just the spectacle element. You don't necessarily need a good song. Look at Sergei Lazarev. That was an awful song, but it was state of the art LED that is still used as an example for like LED staging in like time immemorial. So
Oh no.
all you need is just a sharp staging element. And for Mal, the winner of Festival Ikangas, the sharp staging element was just I don't know.
Oh, those guns. Those
I don't
just
know.
the
I don't
gun
know what it
show.
was in the staging exactly that just made it all that more
What
like
is it about? What is it about a pair of bare arms on a man that makes Europeans go wild?
I don't know. It was the fact that he was like bare arms and in like a leather skirt and he didn't hit a single note. He was
Here's
like
the thing.
he was a
He,
Sarah Brand level where it's just like he's dodging the notes like Muhammad Ali in that one fight, you know?
oh my god. He's too pretty to get hit. He's too pretty to hit notes.
Yeah, he's too good at hit notes, but that's okay because that shows us versatility of Festivali Kangas.
I
It shows us the
just
versatility of that show.
I mean, usually Fick appreciates a vocal. Usually Albania. I my
Rewards a
theory about
vocal. That was a little bit unpredicted this year.
I was watching the results in my kitchen, and my sister was like cooking dinner, and I was like, okay, like I'm just sitting there talking to her with the results playing, and she's like, can you turn that off, please? When he came and did his reprise, I'm like, yeah, I can't with this.
He said LFG, didn't he? Like at the end of his reprise.
I don't remember.
He's
He's
like,
pretty.
he's pretty. He's very pretty. Congratulations. But he's not the one going to Eurovision. Let's remember.
No, you're right. He's
Yeah.
you're right. Just sometimes a pretty face distracts people.
Very distracting to a point where it's winning.
I don't know. You want to talk about more
Duncan
pretty
Lawrence.
face? Duncan Lawrence makes me want to compulsively put on sunscreen. I don't know what it is. Every time I see his face, I just think of like, I need to put sunscreen on right now.
His face reminds you of sun damage.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I mean, like, I don't have sun damaged skin, so I like that's something I should worry about as well.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk
Okay,
about
yeah, let's talk about.
let's go
Um,
ahead and go on to the next topic we have here. Looks like Norway Melody Grand Prix.
woo, Norway's
I've
coming
got some
back,
thoughts.
y'all, with one of the campiest national finals you will ever see in your life.
To be fair, I think like that's not bad though, because it's like
No,
it
for
gives
them
you a
it's great.
variety and it's a show that you're going to be engaged in.
Hmm.
Not every song that competes in a national final needs to go to Eurovision. Thank God.
Sometimes it's
Um,
songwriting camp fun. Like sometimes an artist goes to a songwriting camp and they're just like, this is like a yodel number, and this young girl's gonna sing it, and they just have fun.
all right, yeah, let's go ahead. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do it this way. Let's name everyone competing first, and then we'll go back and kind of talk in depth about the songs in Semi One,
Hmm.
since we're about a week out from Semi One.
We sure are. I can read
Do you
down those
wanna?
names.
Yeah, go ahead and read the names for Semi One. I'll read Semi Two.
So, okay, you guys, the names that we're going to hear coming up next week in Heat 1 of Melody Grand Prix in Norway will be Frederick Holland singing the song Stranded, Gothminster with the song We Come Alive, Ingrid Jasmine with the song Ea, not Ea Ea. We have Margaret Berger returning with the song Oblivion. And we have Matilda SPZ featuring Chris Archer and Slam Dunk with the song Women's Show. And closing out Heat 1 will be Mira with Heart on Fire.
Yeah, and then Semi Two we have Dag Erik Oxvold and Anne Ferramo with Judge Tenderly of Me. Eli Kristen with Touch of Venus. Ooh, I like that title.
Mm-hmm.
Farida is back from what was it, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
And she will be singing Heartache.
Love you, Farida.
Gata will be singing Ovla Ham.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Mileo with You're Mine, Super Rub, and Erica Norwich with My AI. I haven't listened to Simi 2 yet, so that I will make you go,
I haven't heard Semi 2's songs. I've just heard like snippets, so I'm doing everything I can not to judge. It was just that song title that it rubs me the wrong way a little bit.
Same.
Yeah. Anyways, Heat 3, you guys. So after that Heat 2, Heat 3 is comprised of Anne Princess singing the song Save Me, Kano returning with Dum Diggy Da, Mia with the song Green Lights, Mistra with the song Waltz of Death, Thomas Jensen with Take Me to Heaven, and Vidar Villa with the song Mer. Oh wow, all Melfesty titles in this.
Right.
Very Melfesty titles in this Heat.
Take me to heaven. I go, take me to your heaven.
BS Christmas song.
It sounds like a fucking Christmas song. I'm done. It does.
It does. It
Every
always
time I
has.
hear it, it makes me think of Christmas.
Has. Yeah. Same. I inexplicably put it on my family's Christmas playlist, so they hear that song without knowing that it's a Eurovision winner all the time.
Yeah, sorry.
Whenever
my
it's
cat
Christmas.
knocked over my thingy again.
He knows you're streaming, so he's being mischief.
He already stepped on my keyboard and knocked me off.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, let's talk about the songs in Semi 1. Do you want to just kind of talk about like which ones you were not feeling as well? I like to be positive more than negative. I don't know. Let's see.
So okay, I can talk about So okay, do you want me to talk about which ones didn't impress me or did impress me? I could go either direction.
Real quick for Margaret coming back for that win she should have had in 2013, to be fair. I remember, I thought Norway won 2013, didn't they? Wasn't Bergen the host city?
Oh, Bergen was fantastic. Bergen was fantastic. And Conchita was the perfect winner in Bergen. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic show. Yeah, no,
I'm happy to see her back. I'm really happy to see her back. And this number, okay, so I Feed You My Love was like a really heavy electronic dark number that had kind of that 2013 like in your face electronic flavor. This is similar, but you could tell it's an evolution.
Here's the thing, she's really good at combining, like her vocals are always very haunting and mysterious. Like it draws you in. Yeah. She's kind of like singing to you and like trying to lure you. And it has that darkness I like from Norway.
It's
Like
badass.
Norwegian
Yeah.
Eurovision songs up until 2017, no. No. Yeah, maybe. Norwegian Eurovision songs up until Alexander Rybak's return always had like this air of like darkness to them.
Mhm.
Like just like that little bit of darkness, and it's like it works though. It's like I understand winters are long, y'all need antidepressants too. Let's go.
But bring
Um
that cold, Elsa. Bring that cold.
yeah, the cold never bothered them anyway.
Yeah.
Um yeah,
Norwegian
no,
really.
it really is giving that for me.
Mhm.
I That's my thing. It's like this has those elements. It has that darkness and that synth what's going on in the electronic. And then she's
Mhm.
got that vocal on top of it that's like eerie and just oh so good.
But it also sounds like it has been influenced by recent developments in the European music industry. Kind
Mhm.
of like, so you see 2021 Ukraine's Shum, that kind of electronic, like deep, dark flavor that's also kind of hyper at the same time. It sways more in the direction of Shum and like Swadalishi Luna from Moldova last year. I see it in that camp, in that family, and that is calling to my heart very deeply.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's kind of or like what was it? Fluent,
Fulan.
kind of like that,
Oh yeah.
kind of in that same vibe. And I totally get that. Like that's why it's well liked. And speaking of Schumann Fluen, I feel like with Aya from Ingrid Jasmine, it's kind of giving us
That was the
that
second
like
one. Yeah.
traditional flavor
Mhm.
of like those electronic elements and then feeding us something traditional. Does it sound a little sea shanty? Yes, it does. It's in Norwegian, and the thing I like about this one the most is that you can listen to that like Aya more than once, and
Mhm.
I feel like the more you listen to it, the more you get out of it. It's like
Yeah.
I felt the same way about Icebreaker, speaking of another Norwegian song, where
Mhm.
like you can listen to it multiple times to kind of pick apart everything that really, really makes it work.
Mhm. Oh, I
Yeah.
agree. And another thing with Aya, I find that like, and this is something that we bring up. We brought this up in a couple times in like the last couple years, but it's one of those songs where the voice serves as a part of the instrumentation, and
Yeah.
that is what causes so much harmony in it, and it creates kind of like a je ne sais quoi soulfulness in the instrumental track itself, where it's just like the lyrics are just there to support the instrumentality of the voice.
Yeah. And some comments here. Jojo's Papadopoulos says, "In say you want, I like Margaret and Aya. Margaret is kind of my MGP favorite this year.
You put a knife.
I mean, honestly, in Oblivion, I mean, I'm all for another electronic song called Oblivion since I kind of fell off with the old one I loved so much because someone made poor choices and has and fathered for children. Um,
Goodness.
sorry.
Were there any other ones you wanted to highlight from this heat? Because you literally brought up the two that I thought were just
Yeah,
my most effective.
I agree. I think Myra was cute. Heart on Fire, that was cute.
Mhm.
I think it should go to Eurovision? No. Did I find it like enjoyable when it was on? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of, and it made me feel nostalgic. It kind of
Mhm.
brought me back to like S Club 7, Steps, like, you know, those British
Aw, yeah.
groups. It has that
Oh
kind of
wow.
flavor, like those British groups from the late 90s, early
Oh my
2000s.
God, it sounds like a Steps. It
It,
sounds
it,
like a
it, it
Steps
suits
song.
that. And it's like, I enjoy that
Ah,
though. Like, there's a place for that.
there's
And like,
nostalgia in that. Yeah.
exactly. It's really sweet. I don't necessarily think it should go on, but like, it's listenable.
Mhm. Perfect for a national final viewing
Yeah.
session. Like
Frederick
will not mute,
Holland.
will not skip.
See, Frederick Holland Stranded, it was okay. Like it's a man piano ballad.
It wasn't as post Ed Sheeran as something you'd find in Estonia, but
Yeah.
it still had that kind of just like lamenting guitar boy
I
about a
needed more
girl.
I needed more lament, I feel like because it
Mhm,
just feels very standard and as like by the numbers in its current form.
mhm.
Maybe live it'll come together better.
I mean, I think it's more lamentful than some of the lamentful ballads in Estonia this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's
But
not
that
bad,
it's
but
it
again,
needs a bit more like it needs a sharper sadness. I do think I agree with you on that.
like it's not I mean, what was it? Last year the one that was like a dad singing his child's funeral song made me cry. And I was like the only one
Um,
defending that one.
Superhéroe,
I can't remember.
Mr.
Yeah,
Rain. No, that was
what?
Mr.
Oh,
Rain, San Remo second last year with
oh
like the row of
no.
angel children and like two of them died.
I no.
Anyways, sorry, you were saying, I interrupted. You were saying.
But yeah, like I just feel like that it maybe live it'll work better for me, but it doesn't work for me at all.
I'm seeing like a spotlight with stars. He's standing there with his guitar. The camera's over here, and then the camera's over there, and then it's over.
Is he sitting on a stool?
Oh, he has to have a little bit more artistic grit to do that. Let's see if he's got that in him.
He's got those chops. Mark, I live in the UK and I need people to stop giving young men acoustic guitars, to be frank. Honestly, the epidemic the Brits have caused with white men and acoustic guitars specifically. I am older than a lot of people, I don't know, who might be watching this. I remember going to parties and there's a guy playing Wonderwall on an acoustic guitar and just being like,
I've never been to one of those parties, but the eye roll I would have surmised in the
always
moment.
painful. Always painful. You know,
always Wonderwall? Like,
it's always Wonderwall. Like, the most unrealistic thing about the Barbie movie is that it was not Wonderwall that the Kens were playing on the beach.
Oh gosh. I feel like they're all roughly within that age range too.
Yeah.
To play Wonderwall.
Yeah. And let's see here. And then another one from Mark. Honestly, I wanted to invest. I want to be invested in MGP this year, but I feel like they're just gonna go with Kaino or the Robot Song, which is a shame because they have some really good songs here. I've been saying this now for months at least, which is Norway's in their theme park era. Like, all of their songs that they've sent since 2017, was it? No, 20.
You said 2018. I claim 2017.
All the songs since 2018 have been like juvenile. Just like not it. Like that's how you write a song. Literally sounds like it sounds like it's written for kindergartners. Can't stand it. I'm not a child, and if I had children, I would not let them listen.
You like how he won the semi, but got like, what was it, bottom 5 in the final?
How the hell did he win that semi? There were shenanigans. There were
shenanigans, yeah. People were being silly. They were just being silly with their votes.
People were being dumb. And then, what was it, 2019? What did they send?
19. Kano! Spirit in the Sky.
Spirit in the Sky is good, okay? But
it's good,
you're telling me it doesn't feel theme parky.
It's very theme parky. That's the kind of song that you would hear like at the coaster, where it's not the loopiest and it's not the longest, but it is the roughest. That's the kind of song you would hear for the roughest coaster at the theme park.
Yeah, or like it was cute. I'm not angry at it, but it's not my favorite thing in the world.
It's dancey. It's like Schlager-esque. It's fun.
And it's fun. Like
Yoik was new. Yoik was new to like the Eurovision sphere back then.
No, because we get it every once in a while. We get it once every 20 years. That was its 20-year return.
Yeah, this was just a cycle.
Yeah, and then it's like Israel winning every 20 years. What else is there? They won't what happened in 2021. I can't remember.
2021. No.
2021 was Fallen Angel. Okay. I mean, honestly, from 2020 would have been a nice breakup in that. But it still would feel a bit theme parky. I think it's just because Ulriki's voice is so like clear. Like, her voice is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong.
Trained. Very theatrically trained, for sure.
Exactly. It feels like you're gonna watch like a stage show at a theme park. And I don't mean that as I mean like it's just her voice and the way she sings is so like technically perfect. I think is what I would say. It has no grit to it. It's just it's all just beautiful and clear. And
I love vocal specialist at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. I can just see her like a little vest with like a little like whale on it and just going up to the stage and like her slacks like, I never knew.
Oh my God.
Ulrike, love you, girl. Come back whenever.
Awful.
I'm so sorry. I live like 15 minutes away from a theme park, okay?
I would have been happy if she would have won last year.
I feel like that would have been better for Norway if she won last year. I feel like Norway would have gotten a better result.
And like Queen of Kings is fine whenever, but it just feels so like
it's too pirate shanty. It's too pirate shanty for me. Like I can enjoy it, like ahoy. But after that point, after those 3 minutes, I'm seeing it again in a 2023 recap, baby. Like
It's
I'm
like,
not
I
gonna
don't
seek it
know.
out.
It's like Wolves of the Sea with less fun.
Wolves of the Sea had camp. Wolves of the Sea had
Yeah.
costuming. It had lyrics.
I mean, I like the Elstrom cover of Wolves of the Sea too. Yeah, it's just like I need not Denmark. Oh my god, I need Norway to get out of this
That's like
phase.
the second time you've done that today.
I know. Can you tell how I'm feeling about MGP lately?
Oh, gosh. Well, anyways, what else do we need to talk about regarding MGP?
I mean, that's Semi 1. We'll talk about the songs in Semi 2 next week.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that way you guys have something to come back to.
We're gonna be basically, because they have 3 like heats and then 4 shows, you're gonna get a whole month of Norway content.
Exactly. And like keep it sweet, keep it simple.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of what's happening there. Let's go on and let's talk about another national final that kicks off next week.
Mm-hmm.
Lithuania.
So Lithuania, oh my gosh, we're finally back chutoing our tutos. Welcome back, Lithuania. Eurovisia.let is the national final that we've. I just realized how dumb that sounded. You guys, it's been a long 2 weeks. It's been a long 2 weeks, okay? I spent the last 2 weeks sick. So of course I'm going to be a little delusional.
I mean, we're just going to touch on Lithuania kind of briefly here.
Yeah.
There's not really like, I don't know. The Roop is back.
We don't even have the heats yet. We just have the list of songs.
So we know the Roop is back. They're going to be bringing us a song called Simple Joy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking kind of over.
There's of course a good number of returnees. One returnee. Oh wait, we should read through them first before we talk about returnees, huh?
No, I think we should just have returnees.
Oh wow, there's a lot. Okay, yeah, we are not going to.
Yeah, I'm not reading that whole list. I'm not butchering my way through trying to pronounce Lithuanian names. You must be crazy.
The returnee that I am anticipating the most. Can you guess? I feel like you can guess.
I don't know. Hold on.
Because. Okay, then I'll tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the one I'm anticipating the most is Monica Maria.
Oh, yes, of course.
You guys, I've been wanting her to represent Lithuania for years, since 2019. Even prior to 2019, I need that pretty girl with that deep Adele-type voice and that cute little gap tooth to get up there and give us soul, Lithuanian soul. That is something I've been needing since 2016, actually.
We need the third Monica.
Oh my god, we need the third Monica. It's the Infinity Stones. Are you kidding me? We have to collect all the Monicas. Oh my god.
2 Monicas in a row. We need to keep it going. Third Monica. Give us our third Monica.
Like if she wins, then she just needs to cut her hair into a bob. That's really it.
No, she can keep it long. Think about it when you're talking about your girl groups, like your powerful girl groups, they each have a distinct silhouette. She can have long hair.
Yeah. She can be the Kelly Rowland.
Oh my gosh. No.
Gotta catch them all. Hopefully we do. And okay, what was her song this year? Monica Maria's song this year is called Starting Tomorrow. That sounds like it's gonna be a Lithuanian soul entry. And that will feed me. That is screaming possibly my winner of the year. I'm speaking very highly of her because she has that track record with me. Like, I have been so moved by all of her entries.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I want to see what she's bringing. I enjoy the Lithuanian national final. I feel like I'm in the minority there.
No, I enjoy it too. It's a hidden gem. There's a lot of songs. The show quality isn't always great, but it gives you music.
It's a mess. It's so much fun to watch, though.
And the music has more originality than Melfest. Not as good production value, but sometimes all you need is just a lot of originality.
Yeah. Another person that's coming back is Andrius Pojavis. He represented Lithuania in Malmo previously with his song Something, which honestly lyrically
I'm in love with you. That's the one, right?
Yeah. Um,
I hated that song back in
it's
2013.
not my favorite, but he's coming back after 10 years.
Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what was this? I love the drag queen with the horns. Let me tell you all about Lolita Zero.
Lolita's
That's
back?
art. No,
Oh, okay. I would have been so surprised. Lolita is another.
I would welcome it.
That's another
Because
Lithuanian need. I need that from Lithuania expeditiously.
it's so, oh my gosh, like iconic. It's like camp in the best way possible.
Yeah, and I feel like I was missing something by not being in the arena to watch that number, you know? I feel like it's like
Yeah.
I didn't get it, but I loved it despite not getting it.
So Mark, yeah, no, Ruta Mur, she has an album coming out this spring.
Woo!
As a heads
Scream!
up. Somebody tagged me in this information as soon as I found out because they know how I feel about Solo. Yeah, Solo was so good. Like, again,
That should have been the song. I know you think that should have been the song. I know you think that should have been. I do agree. I do agree it should have been the song from a results perspective, but I think I chuto my tuto a little bit more.
Yeah, no.
Especially after seeing the Eurovision staging, it's created bias for me. But yeah, Ruta Mur, congratulations on the album, girl.
Yes, I mean Solo was up. Oh god, Solo is good. Right. So
Never Let Me Down. Wrong solo. Baby.
It's kind of crazy.
How was the phrase that? Anyways. God, I can recite that entire song from memory.
It's a bop. We are okay with it now. So yeah, let's talk about, I don't know, not really much more to say about Lithuania. Kind of want to just touch on it briefly.
Yeah, we don't have the heats yet. We're still gonna find those out. And
then we have Moldova release their list of what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I am sad. It looks like Aliona Moon dropped out of Moldova.
Oh no, did she?
Yeah.
Aww. She was my favorite in the selection last year. I'm after the fact, that is.
Yeah, I'm like kind of sad. It's a mess.
Etapa Nacional is just it's something else.
You know what? I really want, because we have to go through like the live audition process at this point.
Oh my god, the live auditions.
I'm happy to see that Tudor is still alive. Not gonna lie, Tudor Bombach, missed him. Very important man to all of our hearts in the Eurovision fandom.
And he kind of has a jam this year. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of bopping.
He always has a bop. What are we talking about?
I was kind of bopping. I was just like, okay, like this is a lot.
But honestly, like looking through the list, because like right now, because I think next week is when they're having the open auditions. Let's hope there's no blizzard.
Oh no, yeah. Let's hope there's no evil Slavic cold to impede the auditions.
I just really enjoy what Moldova brings us, because like it's a mess. But it's an entertaining mess.
Mm-hmm.
And they have some things in here that are not awful.
I mean, they do have things in here that are awful as well.
I mean, I'm already seeing people bring up a certain person's name. I'm not going to mention their name because I feel like
I know who you're talking about.
We don't.
Yeah.
No, we can hint at. I'm going to hint at it all day. Even if we don't talk about the song, I feel like he's still going to kind of, have us take the stream down because he can't take criticism for being a fucking not good songwriter. And
that's beside everything else. Being a not good songwriter, that's what we talk about.
And then consistently bringing songs that are just gross.
Well, I was gonna say morally inept, but gross is the better way to describe it.
And just like making everyone like, no one likes you, dude.
I mean, like the first time we saw him in the national final, we were like, okay, this song has an absolutely inappropriate subject matter. Like this is making people uncomfortable. Shouldn't be in the national final, period. And now he's bringing an almost equally bad subject matter again to the national final.
Remember that Budweiser commercial from like the 2000s or whatever? It was like, I like beer.
Mm-mm. No.
It was terrible, and people here aren't gonna know it, but like it was like this really popular Budweiser commercial, and like it was like listing off all the things men like, and the punchline at the end was "and twins," and that's what this song is giving me.
So like there's elements of very strong elements of misogyny. There's hinting to potentially no, never mind. I could get into a whole
Yeah,
list
no,
of
it's a
things that are just
problem.
not appropriate to talk about on stream.
It's a problem. Like,
But
no, it's
yeah,
just like
this is the second subject matter though that this artist has brought up to the national final. A different subject matter, but almost equally as bad.
I mean, at least this time he's not implying their age.
That is true, but I mean, like we are still like TLC's sister wives.
Worse than that.
The Duggars. That's what it's giving.
It's awful. Hate it.
Hate it. Anyways,
now,
that's not our focus.
Things we like. Was there anything you enjoyed?
So in Moldova, I find it so interesting how there are like a couple artists who have 2 entries in this. You don't find that in all national finals, you guys.
Of course not. I'm down like Valeria Pasha, Anti-Princess. I thought that was cute.
Anti-Princess was pretty fun. I don't feel like I was quite able to access it, but I might not even necessarily need that. I forget the name of the one that I kind of loved, which is okay, so you guys, if you watch a lot of national finals, you're going to see long lists of names and you're going to see long lists of song names. You're going to end up forgetting which ones you really, truly loved. That just happens when you listen to hundreds of songs. But Anti-Princess, yeah, that was one that I did want to bring up.
Polly Lou.
Oh, yeah, it was Laura Spunemi. I thought that was just refined, polished, so neat sounding, and just clean.
Yeah, it has a very clean, like, it's solid. I do
easy listening for sure.
I thought Lou by Polly was really cool. Cool.
Lou by Polly was really cool.
Oh my god, polycules. We're not talking about.
I went down a rabbit hole of polycule TikTok at one point, but that's a different story.
But yeah, no.
Remember to clean your litter boxes, cat owners. Anyway,
Lou, I enjoyed that one. Yeah, like kind of something upbeat in Romanian that would be nice to have.
Something upbeat in Romanian would be perfect for the Moldovan formula, but I also do kind of hope they strip it back and go ballad this year because I want justice for prison.
I feel like you're the only prison defender.
I am the only prison defender, and I know that she came back with the cocaina number that was called Sugar, but no one remembers Prison, and I will bring up Prison because it was a terrible song with an awful performance, but I loved it. I loved it all the way.
Georgia says, I really like Natalia Berber's song in the middle.
In the middle.
That was solid.
I think that one actually did stand out to me. I forget what exactly why, but I remember that title. I remember I was trying to hang on to that.
I'm sorry, I'm just kind of like looking through everything. Honestly, like there's some good stuff. I just like watching the Moldovan open audition portion.
With that ashy blue light, you know? That terrible gray blue light.
It's one of my favorite. Here's the thing. San Marino also does this process as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, let's just show you everything. Let's put it all on the table, baby. And it's always like a mess.
Are you the artist? Come here. Pick your staging. Come to the laptop. You got to pick your staging. You're on in 20 minutes.
And since Belarus is no longer in Eurovision,
the Belarusian national final, that was like the OG of bad national finals.
My god. I used to work in an office with a bunch of different people from all over the place. There were people who didn't even really watch Eurovision, but I got them into watching the Belarusian thing. Like, so we would just sit there and watch the stream at work and like have a time. I had one guy.
These are just people from off the street, like for real. They were just from the street.
So good. It was my favorite.
Oh, God.
Romania when they did it too. Oh, I'm still thinking about that one year.
Open auditions are great, y'all. I wish more national finals had open auditions. Like Malta's open audition this year, that was eating. That was eating all the way down. It was talent, like 15% talent. But you need an open audition. You got to show the people from the street.
Yeah, no. And here we go. It's just, Mark, never underestimate Moldova. To be fair, a bunch of Moldovan dads beat Channel and in the
Chanel.
televote. Oh no, you're right, Chanel in the televote.
No, it's also
Incredible.
lowercase, which also like I see why you read channel. But that is true. All you need is sometimes high Moldovan energy to make it very far. Look at their 2018 entry when they had like the moving walls and stuff. That
20.
song, forgettable by all means,
No,
but
I knew
staging
that
down.
was. I knew that song was coming top 10. I knew it was going to come top 10
I
when it
thought
was
it wasn't
chosen.
qualifying. I thought it was
I
not
was like,
even gonna
oh,
make it.
easy top 10. I don't worry about Moldova. The only times I worry about Moldova are when they send things like prison.
Prison. Oh, blessings be to God. Prison.
Moldova camp is the best camp. No one can match it.
That is true. Yeah.
Honestly, no
If we're
truer
doing
words
like
have
an
been spoken.
if we're doing an iceberg of camp, Moldova is definitely like we've left the ice like toward the bottom half. They're down there, I want to say, with like Portugal. Like when it
What's
comes to just
Portugal
camp,
campy?
I mean, more so in their national final than their Eurovision stuff.
I
But
mean,
also, like, Ai Coração, that was pure camp. That was 3 minutes of just pure camp.
it was, and now I've got to deal with this.
That was all stage show. That was completely all stage show.
Yeah.
Igor,
Igor,
I heard you, mister.
yeah, he's vocal. He likes to talk.
Hey,
I
little
just have to
buddy.
hold him down so he doesn't step on anything.
We're just talking about Moldova, little guy.
Do you have any
A
thoughts
place
about
that you will
Moldova?
never know.
Here, you want to talk to the mic?
What do you think of Aliona Moon?
How do you feel about Aliona Moon withdrawing? He's not going to talk.
I heard him huff. I heard him go.
Fine. He's just purring at this point. He's got acne on his chin I want to get rid of, but he's not letting me.
Teenage
I
hood.
see that little black head. Okay, sorry. And if he's going to have blackheads, I have to pick them because that's what he's here for.
That's skincare.
Sorry. Thank you, Mark. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Not gonna lie, my favorite thing about these streams has been pet chaos.
Aw.
Honestly, thank you. I try not to let them be too chaotic, but he got chased up here by one of the dogs. And now that same dog is laying on my bed chewing on his bone.
Motherhood.
I know. Single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops.
With gentle
Sing some
hands and the
Reba.
heart of a fighter.
I'm a survivor. Okay. Sorry.
I was one of the people who fell in love with Reba in the year like 2022, and I watched the entire series in the year 2022. So
Okay. But yeah, like I don't know if that's pretty much everything this week.
I do believe that's everything. You guys, I'm surprised because with Christmas and the New Year, you think there would be just a little bit more news, but we pretty much covered all the stuff that's going to be happening up until next week.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, next week we'll be back. We'll have had the first heats in Lithuania and in Norway, and then the auditions for Moldova.
I'm so excited for the auditions. I'm so pumped for the auditions.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you subscribe, keep an eye out on the community page because we'll be having some articles coming your way this week. And yeah, thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for being here. We're going to see you next Sunday with more content.
So, bye-bye.